Caterpillar motor grader is the most widely accepted piece of construction equipment in the road building industry. In an age that has been outstanding in the development of all types of machines designed to move the soil, these big yellow machines have become a byword with earth movers everywhere. Cat, the only manufacturer of a complete line of earth-moving equipment, was a leader in the development of the motor grader as we know it today. Because of its development of engine, overdrive, a wider range of blade positions, and the application of low-pressure tires, the Caterpillar motor grader is the most backed by more than 40 years' experience in designing and manufacturing road machinery. Coupled with an intimate knowledge of the user's requirements, these van machines continue to set higher standards of performance at record low upkeep cost. Owned by contractors, states, counties, townships, and cities everywhere, they play a vitally important part in all earth-moving operations. They help ease the worldwide need for bigger and better airports. They help level sites and build streets for more and better houses. In helping to conserve the soil, farmers and farm contractors have found these motor graders build a better stabilized terrace in record time. More farms can be serviced in less time than by any other machine. Large fruit growers have been quick to utilize these machines for general year-round use in their orchards. A scarifier permits the motor grader to work on surfaces too hard to penetrate with the blade alone. No other tool will match the ability of a motor grader to keep the slopes finished as the cut gets deeper and deeper. Even on hard-top roads, these graders earn their keep, doing such jobs as dressing up and widening the berm. Laying asphalt surfacing on city streets is a precision job that requires accuracy of blade control. Positive mechanical power controls allow the spreading of this material evenly and finishing to the closest specifications. Blading oil mix is now done at speeds up to 5.5 miles per hour with the number 12. This higher working speed gives better mixing action and greatly reduces the cost of blading. These graders are unsurpassed for spreading gravel in even layers to keep kicking out at a minimum. Keeping the haul roads free from obstructions and loose material permits rubber-tired hauling units to travel in their highest gear speeds, and at the same time reduces upkeep costs. County officials in their road maintenance programs have long realized the many benefits of using motor graders and tractors made by the same manufacturer. On dams and airports, the contractor benefits in using the complete line of Caterpillar equipment. Many parts of the different machines are interchangeable. There is only one source of responsibility, and all parts and services can be handled through one equipment dealer. In coal stripping operations, these graders are used for everything from the final stripping of the coal seam to maintaining the haul roads. For the reconstruction of city streets, these same graders, teamed with traxcavators, make a hard-working, money-making combination. Completely removing old surfacing material is a job made to order for the Caterpillar motor grader and AFI force-feed loader. The motor grader first scarifies and blades the material in one operation, leaving it in a windrow. This windrowed material is quickly lifted into trucks at the rate of 1 5-yard truck per minute by the force-feed loader. Working as a team, but independent in operation, this combination of machines is unequaled for windrowing and loading material. One-way traffic can be maintained. Caterpillar motor graders know few international boundaries. Because they operate efficiently in sub-zero weather or in the tropics, they do the same high-quality work in whatever country they're placed. The Caterpillar motor grader is a year-round machine, keeping open in winter the same roads it maintains in summer. No other machine has worked more hours by the end of the year. Caterpillar motor graders are made in the world's largest road machinery plant at Peoria, Illinois. Part of a complete line of road building machinery, these graders are designed and built by the most experienced manufacturing organization in the entire earth-moving equipment industry. Unseen by the user, but very much a part of every machine that leaves the plant, is the extra quality built in through the use of the very latest tools and manufacturing methods. The number 12 and number 112 models have constant mesh transmissions. Because of this improved type of transmission, it is possible to use helical gears, which provide greater tooth area than straight gears, giving quieter operation and longer life. Multiple cutting of these gears gives greater production at cheaper cost. Caterpillar mechanical controls are made of selected steel, machined and assembled with great care. The jaw clutches for operating these controls are machined on a circular cutter. This gives the jaws slightly curved surfaces, which mesh quietly and efficiently when the control levers are operated. The power controls are assembled piece by skilled hands, each item being tested for proper mating and clearance as it is installed. Each unit is then closely inspected before it is sent on to the grader assembly line. The heat treatment methods used by this company are nationally recognized. The motor grader rear axle, made of a special alloy steel, has the proper heat treatment determined beforehand by the steel analysis and the service to which it will be subjected. The blade, or mold board, is heated and pressed to the proper curvature. These blades are made of selected high-carbon steel, with hardness carefully controlled to give maximum resistance to wear, consistent with ample strength. Long experience in the manufacture of grader blades has determined the correct curvature for the famous rolling action, so well known to all Caterpillar users. Only Caterpillar motor graders are made complete in one factory and serviced by one dealer organization. This is of great importance to the user of any piece of machinery. There is no passing the buck as to responsibility for parts and service. The transmission and final drives are designed as integral parts of each particular model. Caterpillar diesel engine, famous throughout the world for its long life and low operating cost, is added to the transmission and final drive assembly. The three engines used in these motor graders also power the D2, D4, D6, and DW10 tractors. The engine, transmission, and drive unit are placed on the assembly line and connected to the frame. Each model has its own independently designed frame, built to carry the full power developed by the engine to the blade. The power control unit is the very heart of the efficient Caterpillar control system. It is driven through a hollow clutch shaft direct from the engine to the power control unit. This gives constant power to controls regardless of whether the master clutch is disengaged. The circle is made up of box section construction and machined on the top, bottom, and inside. In the paint booth, the grader receives its application of the famous highway yellow, used on all Caterpillar equipment. This final painting gives a protective coating to the machine itself and also provides maximum visibility under all operating conditions. The finished motor grader is the result of hundreds of such individual operations, built from the very best materials on the most modern machines and tools. Their built-in dependability and high workmanship are best certified by the identification placed on their frame. On all models of Caterpillar motor graders, the blades can be easily and quickly moved through a complete range of operating positions without offsetting the blade or stopping to make manual adjustments in the linkage. Ordinary bank cutting positions are obtained in a few seconds, and just as quickly, the blade is returned to the proper setting for ditching, cutting flat-bottom ditches, or moving windrows. Mechanical controls are positive, easy to operate, dependable, and eliminate creeping. Speed is constant, regardless of the number of controls used at one time. The blade can be rotated a full 360 degrees on the circle. Changing the blade from forward ditch cut to reverse ditch cut actually requires a movement of only about 70 degrees and is done in a few seconds. Ditching and blading in reverse are time-saving operations on many jobs. When the blade bites into the sod for a first ditch cut, the dirt begins to roll at a speed which means high production. The motor grader blade can move more material per unit of time than any other earth-moving machine. All Caterpillar motor graders have their power and traction balanced in second gear, with speeds set to provide the greatest overall efficiency. With the number 12 model, this first cut is made at more than 3.5 miles per hour. Subsequent heavy cuts are made at the same speed. The constant mesh transmission in both the number 12 and number 112 models permits quick gear shifting with the machine in motion. The effort required to shift gears is less than that for the sliding gear type transmission, making it easy for the operator to work at the highest possible speed. Correct blade curvature produces a rolling action in the material being moved, permitting the handling of larger loads at faster speeds. There is no clogging or pushing. The heavy roll of earth flows freely and rapidly from the end of the blade. Another exclusive feature of the Caterpillar motor grader is the unexcelled operator's vision of the front wheels and blade. This clean, unobstructed view is made possible by locating the blade lift gears on the dash, an arrangement more expensive and difficult to assemble, but resulting in a visual control impossible with any other motor grader. First requirement of the roadway is drainage, which means that the making and maintenance of drainage ditches is of prime importance. The modern motor grader must be capable of cutting good ditches with narrow or wide flat bottoms where needed, and with smooth, well-shaped inside and outside slopes. Caterpillar motor graders have the power, traction, and blade positions to do these jobs faster than has ever before been possible. Turning is easy with Caterpillar's high-efficiency steering mechanism, combined with proper use of the leaning front wheels. Wheels are always leaned in the direction of the turn and left in this position for both forward and reverse movements until the turn is completed. Climbing action of the tandem drive permits backing across steep ditches, helps in making shorter turns. The use of tandem wheels also reduces the jarring effect on the blade when the rear wheels pass over an irregularity in the roadway. And at the same time, because there are more tires to carry the load, lower air pressures can be used, giving good flotation on difficult underfoot conditions. Windrows of earth brought from the ditches must be moved toward the center of the road and spread smoothly to complete the grade. Another operation that can be done in record time, thanks to the high working speeds and reversible blade of Caterpillar motor graders. Without leaving the platform or making any manual changes, the operator has quickly moved the blade to a perfect bank sloping position. Traveling more than 3.5 miles per hour, the number 12 leaves a straight, smooth bank that will discourage erosion and make ditch cleaning less frequent. Flat-bottom ditches provide more drainage capacity and are used in many areas where sufficient width of right-of-way is available. The first operation in making this larger ditch is a trenching cut to move the excess material and establish the inside ditch line. The blade is then set entirely within the ditch and the flat bottom is formed. For the unusual jobs requiring additional blade reach, the number 12 blade can be quickly offset by merely retracting the spring-loaded plungers and moving the machine slightly with one corner of the blade in contact with the ground. With the number 112 and number 212 models, extended blade positions are less frequently used, but extra mounting brackets are provided so that the blades can be offset to the right when desired. With the blade offset for greater reach, it is quickly placed in position to cut high banks to any desired slope. It's easy to shape high or low banks and ditch slopes with Caterpillar motor graders because the necessary blade settings can be obtained with the least possible time and effort. Banks give way rapidly as the blade is held firmly to its work and moved at the highest possible speed, consistent with proper control. Long, smooth slopes are left behind, visible evidence of the accuracy of the Caterpillar controls. With the number 12 model, the extended blade position is more than 7 feet outside the wheels. This enables finishing road shoulders and moving extra wide windrows of earth or other material. The worldwide preference for Caterpillar motor graders is best shown by the thousands of machines working throughout the world. These machines are considered a must by leading contractors and cost-conscious governmental agencies everywhere. Proof of the extra life in these machines is found in the old-timers, some of them first introduced almost 20 years ago, still giving useful service. Owners continue to add to their fleets with new and improved models, keeping their older units for the lighter jobs. Designed for correct balance between power, traction, and operating speed, with an unequaled range of easily obtained blade positions, Caterpillar motor graders have built-in quality and stamina that give better blading with longer life and at lower cost than any other motor grader in the history of road building.